What's up, guys? It's Ryan Mason here, checking in at Jacksonville Auto Mart, jvilleautomart.com. I wanted to touch base with you guys on some of the new tax laws for trade-in, the change to the credit allowed for trade-in on vehicles that's going to go into effect on January 1st, 2020. I put a video out a couple days ago that explained some of it. There was some gray information there and not enough information for what I thought needed to be addressed. And turns out it's a little more complicated. Not all the vehicles are included. Just to give you a quick heads up, trucks, if you're trading in a truck, it is excluded. Doesn't matter if it's a Ranger all the way to a 1-ton vehicle. Any of that is excluded in your trade. But I'll get into that a little bit more. So I went ahead and pulled up the PDF that they sent out to all of the dealers, and you can Google this yourself as well. The address is here if you want to copy that, or if you just Google FY 2020-1 IDOR, that information will pop up. And it'll just kind of go over what we've talked about as far as the $10,000 cap. If you trade in something more than that, that is considered division, first division, you will be subject to a higher tax rate. So the next question that you probably have, as well as I had, is what is considered first and second division, and what exclusions are there that actually matter to me, right? So first division vehicle defined by the state. Those motor vehicles which are designed for carrying not more than 10 persons. So that kind of encompasses everything. When the state is defining a motor vehicle, they're defining passenger vehicles. But I'll get into the second division more first, because that kind of rules out some of the first division, right? So anything that's not second division is really just going to be considered first division. So second division, those motor vehicles which are designed for carrying more than 10 persons, those motor vehicles designed for living quarters, which are, and this is the big one here, motor vehicles for which are designed for pulling or carrying freight, cargo, or implements of husbandry. Husbandry means farming equipment. And those motor vehicles remodeled for use as motor vehicles of the second division. So if you go a little bit farther down too, it says this is how it's defined. If you pull that up, it's really not going to actually help you at all. So don't worry about Googling that. But here you'll note they specifically mention pickup trucks are second division motor vehicles and are not subject to the trade-in credit limit. So if you are trading in anything from a Ranger, Colorado, all the way to a 1-ton truck, all of that's going to be exempt from your credit limit. Doesn't matter if it's a B plate, any sort of weight restriction, they are all encompassed, not subject to the new tax. So that's really the big information that I want to get across, because that's huge in our market. So it says, if you are unsure how the vehicle, contact Illinois State's office. And so that's exactly what I did, because I was unsure about some other things like SUVs. So I made phone calls and state lines for about 45 minutes before I was able to get a hold of somebody that gave me the phone number to the IADA, which is the Illinois Automobile Dealers Association, and I talked to somebody there named Larry Dahl that was really helpful. And so I'm just going to go over some of the information that he's given me and he's cleared up for me. And at this point, this is the most accurate information that we have. So this will clear up everything for you guys. I just made a quick spreadsheet to kind of just show you that. So how we have it set up now is your current, I'll just give you a couple examples. The current tax breakdown that you're going to be paying on right now. Let's say you purchased a new car at $50,000 and you traded in a vehicle that was worth $23,000. The difference price of those two is what you would pay tax on, and that's $27,000. So at 6.25%, the tax to be paid on that would be $1,688. A first division vehicle, as defined by the state, those motor vehicles which are designed for carrying not more than 10 persons. And I've listed some examples down here. And this is what I had needed cleared up and why I had called Larry. Some examples that you would have, same example, but you're only getting the $10,000 credit on tax. So anything over your difference price on that is not going to be counted. So you're still going to pay, you're going to be taxed on $40,000 instead of $27,000 like you would currently, which is going to give you a total taxed amount of $2,500, about $750 more that you would have to pay. So just to clarify too on that, your trade is still worth the same amount. All of that's the same on the dealer side. It's only the sales tax that's being calculated on this. So your trade value has nothing to do with the numbers that I'm giving you here, as far as like the value of it isn't changing, just the amount of tax that's placed on it. So, and then I'm going to just go ahead and give you the second division too. So if you have something that is exempt, it's still going to be the exact same breakdown as what it was before. You're going to pay the exact same amount. And so, you know, a couple questions that I had for Larry that he was able to clarify for me was two things. Is this tax based on your trade, or is it based on the vehicle you're purchasing? And he said, no, it is based on the trade. It is based on the trade that you have, and it doesn't matter what the vehicle you're purchasing is. So for example, if you traded in a car on a pickup truck, that is going to be considered Division 1 because you're trading in a car. If you traded in a pickup truck on a pickup truck, that's going to be considered a Division 2 vehicle. Or if you traded in a pickup truck on a car, that's still going to be considered second division. The tax division is based on your trade. So a couple examples that I wanted to give you too, because the first division and second division wasn't quite clear to me on some of it. They listed pickup trucks, but they didn't list things that you had a B plate on. For example, like a Suburban, Tahoe, stuff like that. None of that was really mentioned, so I'd called and talked to him, and he explained some of that to me. Anything doesn't matter the size, it doesn't matter. So some examples that are going to be considered first division that you might have questions on: Suburban, Expedition, Tahoe, any midsize SUV, your RAV4s, Escape, stuff like that are all going to be first division. They're going to be subject to new tax. Cars, sedans, four-doors, Pacificas, vans, minivans, anything like that, it's all going to be first division. The only things that you're really going to have that are excluded are going to be any pickup truck, Silverado, F350, a Wrangler. If you went with something a little bit nicer like a Raptor, it's still going to be second division, all the way down to your little Colorados, Canyons, Rangers. Those are all going to be second division. It doesn't matter how much they pull, more so that they are utility. Something that was kind of a gray area for me in this that he mentioned, like a Ford Transit van or a commercial vehicle that doesn't have any seating in the back, is going to be considered second division and for work use. So you're not going to be subject to that tax. I hope that kind of clears some of that up for you. Feel free to screenshot this. If you did find any of this information useful, please share it. A lot of this is still in the gray area, and there wasn't a lot of verbiage on that initial PDF that they sent out that was real clear on some of that. And so I think there's a lot of misinformation going out right now, and it all needs cleared up, and it is cleared up here. So if there's anything else that I can help with, please reach out. If you want to see, what your vehicle's worth, if this is something that is going to affect you, please give me a call. Maybe we can get you traded out before the first of the year or something of that nature. We can decide if it's maybe best to wait, or if it doesn't matter if you wait. So our website's jvilleautomart.com. You can call or text me at 217-370-8835. Or you can just message me on here. So if you've got any other questions, feel free to list them in the comments, shoot me a message. I appreciate it, guys. Have a good night.